So Gerard is sleeping by my safe. So I tell Maria, like, wake him up. She like, dude, what you think I've been doing? I'm like, try to wake him up now. So she like, Gerard, Gerard, Gerard. I say, shake him, girl. So she's shaking him, right? Like, Gerard, Gerard, Gerard. He like, mm. Yo, it ain't phasing him. It ain't phasing him at all. So I say, hey, look, don't worry. I'm on my way. So we hung up. I started showering, getting ready. I'm having a sip. I had me a little Zaza break. I leave out. I'm talking to the guard down there. I wait for my bus. I get on my bus now. I only had a 15-minute ride on the bus to get to downtown. I was like dead smack by the expressway. You know what I'm saying? So boom, I gets downtown. I gets to my store. Now, as soon as I walk in, Gerard is working like nothing has happened. Okay? Gerard is working like if he been there before anybody else been there. I was shocked when I came in. I had my little laptop and my little briefcase thingy, and I'm walking in with like my little suitcase laptop thing. I had everything in the little baggy thing. I'm walking in, and I was so shocked. I'm like, I had to lift the high top up. Whoa! He was working hard. I got your ice latte. I got your this. I got your. I'm like, whoa! Like, I'm like, okay. So I walked in. He like, what's up, boss man? Everybody like, hey, Ro, hey, Ro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, boss man, hey, boss man. I go to the back. I'm like, okay. So he come back there. Gerard come back there. Sorry, y'all. He come back there. He like, I got a care package for you, bro. I'm like, bro, you was sleeping in the store? I'm like, you gotta tell me that. He like, yeah, I thought you would know that. He like, I was gonna sleep inside the, in the train station or on the train. I said, bro, I said, when you sleep in a store, at least be up before it open or be up before the employees come. Like, that would be like a normal thing, right? To be up before the employees come in. Boom. He like, my bad. He like, let's go outside. He like, brother, man, ooh, I got some kill for you. He like, I already know. He like, I need you to grade me. And then he had like a thick blunt of Zaza. It was like this thick. I'm not gonna stun on him. It was thick. So we hit it. It feel good. He like, let's put it out. We put it out. And I'm like, yo, let's leave it out here. We leave it out there. Boom. He like, bro, I gotta tell you too, I ain't get my check. I'm like, you ain't get your check? He like, no. He like, I ain't get it. And so I said, okay. So boom. Cece, the girl that worked at another Dunkin' and Baskin that worked in the same network, dropped off the people that get paper checks. Some people had got direct deposit, but people that didn't have direct deposit, they had checks. So boom, I'm like, thank you, Cece. Now Cece had a thing for me. So Cece started flirting with me like, hey, I need some cups. I need this. I'm like, you gonna bring my stuff back? She like, yeah. Now she always used to flirt with me, but this flirt felt different. I had grabbed some cups, some lids and stuff. She needed a little stuff, and she needed stuff out of my walk-in cooler, cheese. So I'm helping her to the car, and she like, hey. And I'm like, what's up? Because I was close. She like, hey, oh. I'm like, oh, my bad. I'm sorry. She like, you want to, when you get off? I'm like, yeah. Now, her store was 45 minutes away from my store. She was over there, like, by the Help Mall. So I was like, all right, this girl, okay, I think she feeling me. But, you never know. You just don't want to jump the gun. But she was you know how you too friendly with a guy? I don't care if it's a stud and you don't know it's a guy. But the too friendly should pump your brakes. All right, so boom, I comes inside. So Gerard looks at me. He like, hey, like, let's go back out there. I'm like, all right, cool. So we go back out there. We hit the Zai again. So Gerard looking at his check. He like, thank you. I'm like, I put more hours. So Gerard, he goes, and me and him was together. He goes to go cash his check. He like, yo, it bounced. I said, what? He said it bounced. Now, first off, we work for Dunkin' Donuts. Only how the check is bouncing if the owner don't got no money. And we quite sure that he had 5 stores. He has, at the time, 3 Subways, a car wash, a gas station. I think homie love a friend. He got the money. Let me have a sip. Hold on. So Gerard like, no, it bounced. All right, cool. So I took him out. I took care of him. I said, I'll tell him the next day. So the next day came. You know what I'm saying? He spent the night in my crib. The next day came. Boom. We go to the store. We open it. We have our smoke break. We sipping while we on our way to the workplace. So we already sipping on some clear liquor. We get there. Boom. Mama come through the door. Hey guys, she a Chinese lady. She like, hey guys. I'm like, hey. I'm like, Mama, I need to talk to you. I'm like, Ken check bounce. She like, what? I'm like, yeah, bounce. She like, yeah, somebody else said they check bounce. I'm like, so they confirmed like, oh man, the owner broke out here for real. So she like, yeah, I see what happened. She like, pay him out the safe. How much was it? So I was like, well, his check is $900. He only worked like 7 days because I was having him off and on. So I paid him out the safe. Boom. He good. Now we doing our thing. We having a good time. We outside. This after work. We outside. We chiefing. So he like, man, bro. He like, we need to go to a party. We need to have some fun. I'm like, no. He like, hey, it's this place that's called the Lounge by the job. I say, really? So we get on the train. It's like 2 stops away. We come down. It's called the Blue Lounge. You can Google it if you want to. It's in Chicago. It's called the Blue Lounge. So we go to the Blue Lounge. We having drinks. He paying. I'm getting wasted. I'm getting lit. So I felt like, all right, you're trying to have a good time with me. So I said, hey, let's go to the Palmer House. Now, I had the lick at the Palmer House because I used to work at the Starbucks on there. And on top of that, I'm cool at Pisano's. So I said, you want to eat or do you want to party? He like, yeah, I'm going to want to eat later. So I said, all right, we're going to go to the Palmer House. We go to the Palmer House. Boom, we had drinks. Some real lemon drops. Then we go over there to Pisano's. Hot wings. Now, look, Google that. It's called Pisano's in Chicago. All right. Boom, I take him to Pisano. Now, he been in Chicago way longer than I have. At the time, that was like 5-6 years of me being there. So I was only going to the best of the top notch of the 5 stars, period. So boom, we get there. We having a good time at Pisano's. So boom, we had the waitress lady that was new. She was new. Now let me show you what Ken on. She was new. So I was like, hey, you must be new. You know how you swapping shifts. So I'm like, okay, she new. So boom, everybody getting stuff together. Everything is going on. And so I'm kind of like waiting for the bill because I already had my hot wings. I had my fries. I had 2 Long Island iced teas. I'm tipsy. I'm messed up. It's time to go. He still want to drink and party. He ain't got nowhere to be. He homeless. He trying to have a good time. But at the time, I wasn't thinking like that. So Gerard like, yo, they ain't check on us yet. I'm like, okay, so let's just wait. He like, but they count. He like, they swapping shifts. I'm like, okay. He like, but if they swapping shifts. Now, mind you, he already hot for putting the whole crib on fire at Pangea's Apartments. You up here trying to do an ultimate steal. You trying to steal. So he like, yeah, he like, they swapping shifts, they ain't gonna know. He like, and they ain't even check on us. I'm like, yeah, but I don't feel right taking. He like, bro, he like, she ain't even check on us. So boom, the girl that was taking over the shift, she like, yeah, you having anything else to drink? So he like, no. So she didn't give us no bill. So he like, I'm walking out. He straight get up, walk out. So I'm like, I was nervous. So I say, hey, I had the hot wings and 2 Long Island iced teas. She said, okay. She said, yeah, you was sitting right here? I was like, yeah, I was sitting right there. So she said, I got to pull up the last person that was here. So she pulled up because she didn't really even know. So I could have left, but I don't feel right doing it. Like, that's just not me. So she looked, she said, yeah. So she said, 65, blah, blah, blah. I go down here and I give her $10 tip. Boom, I'm gone. We dip, me and him dip. We chiefing, we out there at the subway station, messing with people, hollering at girls. Boom. We share away. He come to my crib. I'm laid out, I'm chilling. The next day, it's time for us to get up. It's like 4 something in the morning. So I'm like, hey, Gerard, get up. I'm like, you shower first. I'm finna shower after you. I'm New York style. We finna get up. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't even yell at you from the window. I look at my phone. I see another deposit going for $35 from Pisano's. I'm like, why would they take another $35? I call Pisano's and it was like, yeah, because you was with somebody, right? Wait a minute. What?